All right, good morning, everyone. Today is a very big day here on the channel because we are talking about the importance of social media in pizzerias. A lot of pizzerias are getting good at it, but there are many who don't use it. So it is my mission here at the NEPA Pizza Review to show you the importance and show you the results through tournaments such as NEPA Pizza Madness, which is coming up. But today, I'm not going to tell you how to do it. I brought in two experts to show you exactly what it means to be great at social media, and they're going to share a little insight with you today. So first today, I'd like to welcome to the show Fredi the Pizzaman. He's owner of Fredi the Pizzaman in Melvindale, Michigan. He's the host of the Fredi the Pizzaman podcast and founder of the Fredi the Pizzaman Foundation for Autism, where he runs a golf tournament and does Pop That Tab. So Fredi, welcome to the show.
What's up, Jim? How you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for joining us today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And also we have today Adam. He's the owner of Mifflin Pizza in Mifflinville, Pennsylvania. He's a member of the U.S. Pizza team and a champion box folder. And also, if you check him out on Instagram or Facebook, he does the wild pizza tricks and all sorts of different cool things. And he's also the creator of Pizza Mania. So, Adam, thanks for joining us today.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you. So, guys, let's get right into it. What does social media mean to you in terms of what it's done for your business? And we'll start with Adam.
Man, it's just free growth. You don't have to pay for a majority of it. I mean, you can pay for your stuff on Facebook or stuff on Instagram to boost it, but it's free, and you don't get a lot of free stuff when you're in business. And everybody knows that. So you should really take advantage of it when you can, because it's out there and it's free and it's only there to help you. So that's why I've been just plugging away at it, because advertising can sometimes suck up $15,000 a year, but this is free. So why not?
You can't beat the price, that's for sure.
No.
Fredi, you want to weigh in on this?
Well, first of all, I had to put my Verner's can up because I had to say hello from Detroit. So Verner's. Social media, I got to be honest with you. I never joined social media to plug my business. It just kind of happened. I put out a couple pictures of my pizza, and away it went. It's a great thing. It can be a bad thing, but it's mostly a great thing. People should take advantage of it, not just in the pizzeria business. I think in any business in general. But I think with the social media, you have to do it right. There is a right way of doing it, and there's a wrong way of doing it. If you're doing it way too much, people are going to tune you out. And I think if you're not real, people will see right through you, and they'll see right through a computer screen. They'll see exactly who you are. So social media can be a great thing. I would say 80-20% bad thing, but the 80 outweighs the 20 for sure. So
absolutely, a lot of trolls out there, but the positive definitely outweighs the negative, especially when you can control the message.
Yeah.
And just keep the cycle going and keep the message out there. And also, I hear from a lot of pizzeria owners to respond to the negative comments. Just get out there and take them head on, but don't go into a Twitter war with somebody. But any insight there, guys?
Go ahead, Adam.
Fredi, yeah, I mean, every time I get a semi-negative review or negative review, I hit it full on. I approach the person as politely as possible, and I admit my faults if there's something wrong. I never go at it with disrespect or anything like that. I just always try and attempt to make it right and see if we can get them back the next time. That's about it. I mean, it gives you that advantage too to make it right that second time, because sometimes people just walk out. It does hurt, but it gives you that chance to make it back up.
Great, thank you. Any thoughts, Fredi?
Well, no, he made a great point. You meet it head on, and he said that. I just drew a blank now, but you could tell the ones that are fake. They stick out. But what he said was, it just jogged my memory. Admit your faults. It's as simple as that. If you admit your faults, most people will understand, and it's just as simple as that. So he makes a great point there. Like I said, social media could be a bad thing, but you could tell the ones, if you got 70 great responses and one just sticks out like a sore thumb, you might not want to respond to that one. You just kind of want to let it fly. But admitting your faults is definitely a good thing.
Excellent. So guys, I see you're both all dressed up for a long day of work. I know Fredi's a little under the weather, but you're going right back at it, and probably long days. And pizzeria owners are among the hardest working people I've ever met. And so it's not uncommon to put in a 10 to 14-hour workday. And some of the people that don't join in on social media would say, I'm just too busy. I don't have time for that stuff. How would you react to that? And I'll start with Adam.
I mean, it only takes a couple minutes, really. It's 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. I mean, I work 14-hour days sometimes. I work till 9 o'clock, till 10 o'clock. But I find that time just in betweens here and there to post something, take a picture. That's all you have to do is take a picture. It's not that hard to take a picture. So you just take a picture in there. Even if you don't want to do it, outsource it to somebody else that knows what they're doing. See if you can trade them a couple pies to handle it for you. You know what I mean? I mean, everybody likes to trade food for something. So
that's a good suggestion.
Yep.
Fredi, what do you think?
I do it all myself. Everything I do on social media, I do it myself. 14-hour days, the restaurant business, I've been doing it 37 years. If you're working 75 hours in the pizzeria restaurant business, you're really working 100 hours a week. I mean, let's just face it. Everything that comes with it, the pressure. But back to the social media, I got a blessing. I go home, I got a 7-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 4-year-old. So when we're tucking them to bed, a lot of times I got a few minutes right there to send out the pictures. Adam will probably attest to this, that there's certain times you want to send stuff out on social media. You just don't want to send it anytime. 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you really don't want to send something out because people are not paying attention. So that's another key thing. 9 in the morning, maybe 3:34 when you're driving home, and then maybe 7 o'clock. When we watch those shows, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, we all get hungry when we watch them, right? So you want that right in front of you because everyone's got their phones in front of them at those times. So
timing is critically important, and you can send out the best post in the middle of the night, but I don't think anyone in America is going to be seeing that. It's probably going to be China or some other country. So
exactly,
that's a great point there on timing. So guys, what social media platforms do you use? We heard a little bit about timing, but which service do you find most effective, and which one just works for your style? And we'll start with Fredi.
For me, all three work. I use Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, Twitter is more sports. We talked about that a little bit before the show. Because I do a sports podcast, so people will jive on that. But Facebook generally works. I got a page, Fredi the Pizzaman page on Facebook. I generally post a picture there. Instagram works really well. I know Adam uses it a lot, sends out a lot of great pictures. The only thing with Facebook, what kind of, I don't know, for business owners is you have to let somebody join your personal Facebook before you can add them to your page. And I don't know if I'm missing something there, but that I kind of hate. So other than that, I think Facebook generally will work the best when it comes to posting. And I think Instagram is probably 1B, if I say 1A, 1B, Facebook and Instagram.
All right, great. And Adam, I know you and I have had a chance to talk about this before, and you're passionate about one or two particular services. So what are your thoughts?
Like he said, I use all three, but I don't really do Twitter too much. I'll just touch on it here and there. It's more for sports and celebrities, I feel. So I've tried to not waste my time on that. But as far as Facebook, I feel like Facebook is a local reach, has more of a local reach to all your local buddies and friends and their buddies and friends. Yeah. And then Instagram is almost a worldwide, international with the hashtags and stuff like that. So if you want to get your local word out, I use Facebook for the most part. And if I'm looking for just an international, worldwide following or something like that, or just to get a big viral following, I usually go to Instagram because it seems to, with the hashtags, you get that open category from all the hashtags, you know what I mean? And then you become part of that. And it just, I mean, you can hashtag on Facebook as well, but it doesn't seem to be something a lot of people do on Facebook as much as Instagram is based around hashtags.
How about
Let me guess, you guys go on Twitter just to see the Philadelphia Eagles won their Super Bowl. I know that's why you guys go on Twitter.
That's definitely
No.
The Lions are next. The Lions are next. Sorry, Jim.
Good
Had to
luck.
throw that one in.
A little follow up on hashtags, Adam. Any tips just for hashtag 101? Because somebody who might be watching this thinking about getting into social media may not even know what a hashtag is. And just in terms of Instagram, what is a hashtag and how do you use it?
So for on Instagram, like if I hashtag pizza on one of my pizza pictures, everybody that hashtag pizza as well is going to be open to see that when they click the hashtag in Instagram. So what that does is it more or less categorizes stuff for you so people of the same interest can see it. And people that are interested in that, not just the same interest, that's pretty much the same thing.
A targeted way to get there quickly for somebody.
Right.
They
It
search
just cuts
pizza.
cuts it into where you want to be by that category by hashtagging it. So
Excellent. And then Fredi, I wanted to follow up too, because you're using two other types of media, which is YouTube and your podcast. Any thoughts on how you sort of tie those under the umbrella?
With the podcast, I don't talk about the pizzeria much or advertise, to be honest with you. I got a small little place. I'm packed at lunch. I cook. I think I'm like Adam. I make the pizzas myself. I prep myself. I got what I can handle. So I don't really advertise the podcast, the pizzeria on the podcast. But the hashtags, when I send out stuff, I will use a lot of hashtags. YouTube, I've been making some YouTube videos, and I noticed that YouTube is going to take a while to get some subscribers. But I think YouTube is is something good that you might want to look into as well, Adam, for the pizzeria. And you might be doing it. I don't know, but I think it's something.
I dabbled in the beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's something good for pizzeria owners to let them see you make the pizza or some kind of prep instead of just reading words. Because let's face it, a lot of people don't read anymore. They won't even read 140 characters, and if they do, they read it wrong half of the time. So YouTube, at least they can hear your voice and maybe get a voice with a face, I guess is what I'm getting at.
And Adam does do a lot of videos on Instagram and Facebook. If you've seen his pizza twirling and speed making, he's very effective at getting that out there. And YouTube is sort of a longer format, I would say. You're doing it in 30-second clips, but if you want to do a full long routine, then maybe YouTube's another forum. But he said the tail of growth it's a lot harder to get subscribers on YouTube until you build content and an audience. But you can leverage your current social media to say, follow me here, subscribe here, and sort of cross promote your own channels, which is also helpful. So guys, we talked about our favorite platforms are probably Facebook, Instagram, and it's because people eat with their eyes, is what a boss used to tell me at my first pizzeria. And that's why it's effective to have pictures on your menu. Some have that philosophy, but it's very important for people to see what they can eat before they come in and try it. So what have been some of your most effective posts? Is it pictures, videos, links, giveaways? Can you guys talk about what your most effective posts are? And we can start with Adam.
Giveaways, obviously. Everybody loves something. But one of my most effective giveaways is actually the Hide the Pizza Guy. It's a little pizza guy. I hide him throughout. My town is a little town. We got a couple gas stations, a couple groceries, or not even a grocery store anymore. So it's me, a couple gas stations, and a McDonald's. So I hide stuff throughout the town, or I hide the little pizza guy in town and local places like in a park or places like that. People have to go find him. They go find him. They bring him back, get a free pizza. So
that's a great idea.
They really enjoy that. So and it gets people out there, gets them excited. So that one's pretty effective. But like you said, just pictures in general. Pumping out pictures, because he said words don't do much. Nobody reads anymore. So words are great.
You seem to be particularly good at your photos look like a piece of art every time. Now, obviously, your pizzas are a piece of art as well, but you seem to be so adept at making the photos. They're framed, they're color. It just looks perfect. Any quick thoughts on that without giving away the secret sauce?
iPhones take amazing pictures. They really do, especially with the new updates. That portrait setting, I don't know if anybody's accidentally touched it, but it takes amazing photos in that setting. That's some of the best advice I can give you. And try not to get just over top flat pizzas. Get down in there, get some angle on it, just try and get it the best. And watch your backgrounds. Don't have dirty stuff in the background and stuff like that. That's just terrible.
A dirty towel?
Yeah.
It seems pretty rudimentary, but I've seen some out there that just, what were you thinking there? Or a reflection somewhere,
Yeah.
So that's a good tip. Now, Fredi, what have been your most engaging posts?
For me, it's the pictures. I send out a pepperoni pizza or meatball pizza. People like those. With me, Jim, the goulash. Who wants goulash? That's a big thing for me. I'm like Adam. I got a small town here. It's little. It's all industrial, so I depend on all the Ford workers. I got a Ford Motor Company right around the corner. So we talked about at the beginning of the show how social media is free, and it's a great tool. But you know what else is free is when you send out the picture and then they finally come to see you, the food on that plate is free to look at. So when they look at it, that's advertising. That's free advertising. That when they come in, they see that because I have people come in all the time. You got to advertise. I advertise on my dishes every day, and when people come in after you send those pictures out, then the plate and the atmosphere is what keeps them. So you could do all you want on social media, but once you get them in, you got to go above and beyond to keep them coming back. So, and that's free as well too until they pay the bill, and then we're all set. So.
Exactly. So it's all about the photos, guys. You get the photos out there and make them look good. It doesn't take a lot of time. It might take a little practice to get some depth in your photo. As Adam was saying, don't just aim straight down at your pizza because it sort of looks flat and muted. So get yourself a low angle and get some depth there. And make sure you put out your best work. If you got a pie sitting on the counter for an hour and a half, that's probably not one you want to send out to the world, right? So, put your best stuff out there and just take a second. As we said, it doesn't take very long, just a few seconds. Hit the button, hashtag it, and move on. So, Fredi, you're a very you have a very big personality and a very big brand. And in following you, that seems to be your unique style is the Fredi the Pizzaman brand. And can you talk about how you use social media to build that brand, get the word out there, and what types of new people have you met along the way to, in building this brand through social media?
Well, Fredi the Pizzaman, I try to keep it under all under one umbrella, whether it's the foundation, the podcast, the pizzeria, whatever else I do. I had a dream to open, I'm sure Adam has as well, I had a dream to open many pizzerias, and I still kind of do. But, things change in my life, things change in everyone's life. That affect you differently, and something happened to our life that affected me, and I started the foundation, and through the foundation, because of the social media, because of the pizza, because of the podcast, the goulash, you name it, it just all feeds each other, and it just helps. And through the foundation, I can't we don't have enough time to tell you how many important people I've met and that have helped me. And how much more I got to do. But it's back to social media. It's a great thing. It's a little bit of a bad thing, but most of the time it's a great thing. So it's all about building the brand.
That's it. And it's an effective tool. And as we keep saying, free way to do it. Just engage people, get your name out there and build that brand. So thank you for that. Now, Adam, we first met when we connected about different pizza competitions, and you discovered my NEPA Pizza Madness competition, and of course you joined in, and lo and behold, you won convincingly in 2017, and then I got the chance to come down and meet you, see your shop, and do all that. But Can you talk about, again, without giving away the secret sauce, but just some of the strategies that you used to engage people to come say, vote for me, without alienating people and so spamming them, so to speak? Is it a creativity thing, or how'd you keep people coming back?
Well, first of all, you don't want to be annoying with it at all. You can't do it every hour on the hour. You really, like Fredi mentioned earlier, you got to have times when you do it. You don't want to do it at 2 o'clock in the morning, stuff like that. You don't want to post your ads about voting and stuff like that at 2 o'clock in the morning or anything like that. So the timing is crucial for when you're doing it, and also to get your community involved, make it a pride. It is about me and my pizza shop, but it's also about them too, because it's their pizza shop, you know? So you got to make sure you express that it's about them, because it is for them too, and they can take pride in it just as well as I can. So you got to do the giveaways. A lot of giveaways help getting it out there. Again, just if you're going to say, hey, vote for us, and we're having a giveaway, like I do things like that. So just to get it out there.
Yeah, and we had a few discussions about how busy you have been over the past year, and I know you were busy well before the tournament, but NEPA Pizza Madness, for those who don't know, is just a very simple tournament. It's a social media contest, really, that I invented. But can you say what this silly little tournament meant to you in terms of sales and business and new followers on Instagram or Facebook or any other social media?
Definitely helped out. I mean, there's probably people that have never heard of Mifflinville ever. I mean, I never heard of Mifflinville until I bought the place. So it definitely helped put me on the map for people to even just go, hey, I'll slow down and check it out, even if maybe it's not right where I want to be or right next to it or whatever. But it got people to notice the small town that I'm in. It definitely increased sales. I mean, all the pictures that I pumped out, it was forcing me maybe to do advertising that I should have been doing, you know, and that's what you're kind of here helping them into doing what they should be doing every day on a daily basis. So.
Let's get in the game. So,
Yep.
Fredi, so we talked about the hours and how pizzeria owners can't get into it, but some people just think, well, let's do the billboards, let's do the newspapers, let's get on the radio and put out some coupon flyers. What would you say to somebody who just wants to do it the old-fashioned way? I don't want to deal with computers. I don't know computers. I don't have the time. What do you say to somebody like that? And what's the right mix as far as advertising?
Well, I can tell you, and I won't name the local company that sends advertising to my door every Monday or Tuesday, but I haven't opened one in 10 years. I've literally just picked it up, and I hate to say that, but it's the truth. I've literally picked it up and thrown it in the garbage. You get those grocery ads. I know here you get the grocery store ads, and they just shove stuff in the middle, and you have to look through it because the mailman will stick mail in the middle if you don't look at it right. And the rest usually goes bye-bye. You'll get your people that will clip their coupons and stuff like that, but you just don't really get many of those anymore. It's not, the money is just, you don't get the money back in return. You know, I used to advertise 25 years ago. You could buy 5,000 flyers for $140. I hear now you're talking $400 or $500 for 5,000 flyers. I'm like, really? What's happened in 25 years? So to me, it's not worth the money. So now let's hope social media doesn't pick up on this and charge us, but you never know.
Yeah, you got to sell a lot of pizzas or goulash to get that kind of investment back. Adam, what would you say to those type of people that kind of scoff at social media and they favor the old school way?
Like Fredi said, there's all those mail-ins that you get. People usually just throw them away. I got a friend that owns a garage. He just printed up 1,500 glossy things and mailed them out. He hasn't gotten one back in an entire year. So, I mean, people just chuck them. They don't want them. No, I don't even check my mail. I have to be forced to go get my mail because most of my bills are paperless anymore. So I have to go force myself to check my mail. And I'm literally, the post office is the next place over. Like, that's how much people just don't do mail. They don't mess with that. Like, you just have to do it. It's just like getting a credit card processor. Like, you have to do it, or you're just going to cut yourself out of all these customers.
I agree. I send all my mail to the pizzeria because I know the mailman's going to bring it inside and hand it right to me. So, you know, I all my mail gets sent to the pizzeria, and I like it that way. So he's right. I don't remember 3 times I've gotten the mail 6 years at our new house. I really don't remember.
It's amazing. And then some people will even say that putting coupons out there sort of devalues your pizza and your brand, because, you know, you need to sell it at a discount in order to sell it. But that's one philosophy there. But yeah, I totally agree. You know, what is it? Locally, I think it's about $15,000 for 6 months of billboard advertising, and I'm not sure, you know, what that does for people. And radio spots.
A lot of large pizzas.
That's for sure. So yeah, it's I like free. I really do, and I like being able to control the message. So I think you guys are of the same philosophy here. So I guess we only have a couple of minutes left here, guys, and I appreciate everything you've said here. I have a few final thoughts, and the one thought that I have is, people need to see your presence on the internet these days. And maybe we have an older generation that does not use social media or internet. But to me, if somebody searches you on Google and they go to your Facebook page and you haven't had a post in like 9 months, well, that's kind of the same thing as you not having your open sign on to some people, right? So it looks like you're closed because there's nothing up to date or current. The same way if say your furniture or your menu is not up to date and current, if your Facebook or your Instagram page is not up to date, then you sort of look closed to some people, you know, the searchers of the world. But so that's a thought I would have. But any closing remarks here on social media and the importance of it? And we'll start with you, Adam.
Like we've stressed, you just got to do it. You have to do it to get your name out there. And like you just said, Jim, it's like having a close sign on your business when people look for you. And if you think even the older generation isn't seeing it, I can't tell you how many senior citizens have come in and said, my grandfather or my grandson has showed me videos of you on his phone. My grandson or my granddaughter has shown me pictures of your pizza. Like, it's just continuous. And it's just because they can't work it doesn't mean they're not seeing it. They're seeing it even though they're not working it. Somebody's showing it to them.
Excellent. What do you think, Fredi?
Well, as I said throughout your show, you know, social media is a great thing, a little bit of a bad thing. Let's face it, everyone goes to their phone for everything. It doesn't matter what it is any day. People go to their phones for everything. So anything you can get the younger people on their phones, you get them to come in. That's even the older people on their phone. You could drive and you see people texting and Facebook and all that stuff. You can get anything you want on the telephone nowadays. I mean, that's just the way it is, you know. So you want someone to paint your house, you're going on your phone. You're not going through the yellow pages no more. So it doesn't matter what you do, it's the telephone, and you got to keep them there. And like I said, not too much, because if you do too much, they'll tune you out. And, you know, that's the way it goes, I guess.
Yeah, and even emails becoming too much of an inconvenience for people. They just want to see it, social media, and done. Like, that's the first place you go, and it keeps you relevant and keeps you current. So it's just so important to do it, guys. And we've had a great discussion here today, and I think people are going to learn a lot from you experts here. And keep up the good work. But before we go, I want to give you each a chance to tell us a quick give your business a plug, tell people where to find you, and especially Instagram, Twitter. Let us know. So Fredi, what do you got?
FrediThePizzaman.com. I got a big golf outing coming up September 30th for autism. I'm going to have shirts on there, hats to sell. A lot of the proceeds will go toward the foundation. You'll find my podcast on there. You see some of my pictures from pizza, my menus on there, whatever's on there, I put on my website, and even my social media is on there as well. Everything is linked. So a lot of stuff I send out goes right to my website. So that's another thing too. Goes right to my website. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, everything there. So FrediThePizzaman.com.
Thanks. Adam.
MifflinPizza.com. Find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. help us become the returning champs again for the NEPA Pizza Madness. That's about all I got to say. So,
we're going to have Pizza Mania again this year?
Yeah, we will have Pizza Mania. Jim will be there again. We're going to try and
Adam's got to start hopping. He's going to make those pizzas.
Yeah.
Maybe Fredi will be there. That'll be a long ride for Fredi. I don't know, though.
Listen, if the Lions play the Philadelphia Eagles, I'll be there.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a good trio here. Talk pizza all night. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure to go follow these two guys. Even if you're not in their hometown, you can learn a ton from them. And their Facebook and social media pages are pure entertainment, really. There's a lot of really different strategies, but really great stuff. So, guys, thanks so much for joining us today. I hope all of you learned something here today. And we'll be coming with you with many more videos going forward. So subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate you tuning in. Thanks. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care.